I should have died. There's no two ways about it. I should have died. And I didn't, which was cool. I literally came away... Do you know, I came away without a physical scratch on me, but I really badly busted up my back. Quite badly busted up my back. And you do take a knocking from a car accident one way or another. Yeah. So I think it took me definitely a good few weeks to sort of feel like I was back on my game again, or sort of everything was okay, and you do kind of start finding.
Did you ever have any sort of fear of getting in the car again?
No, I got behind the wheel of the car the next day.
That's what I always worry about, getting jumped, is that I probably wouldn't want to leave the house again, because it's going to happen again.
But do you know what, I learned that a long time ago, I thought, fuck it, I'll get behind the wheel of a car, I'll fucking drive down the exact same road, because part of my job is needing to drive around the country, and part of feeding my family is driving around the country. So fuck it, if I'm gonna have a freak out, I'll let's get this out of the way. I know, and it hasn't really fucking stopped me. I even went out and bought the same car again.
Oh wow!
It was a Renault Scenic. I know Renault aren't going to give me a free car or anything, but Renault Scenic, they're one of the safest cars. And if you ever see the picture, it is literally the sort of main cabin in the car is intact, but everything's fucking mashed up around it. And it was a brake failure. But that car saved my life. So I have nothing. And I was coming back for a charity gig in Falkirk as well. That really fucking...
Where was the charity gig?
I think it was Behind the Wall. Was it this place in Falkirk?
Behind the Wall? That sounds quite ominous.
Yeah. Is that what it's called? Behind the Wall, Hole in the Wall, something like that?
Car crash comedy.
Something like that, man. And then it's like during a fucking charity gig. Fuck off. But but since from that, it was like, it actually gives you an almost renewed lease in life with the respect of going... You find yourself getting wound up about something a couple of weeks later, and you go, I didn't die in that car accident, so that should fucking just cheer up. It's enough to get you rocking. So yeah.
When did you do your first gig?
First gig ever.
Yeah.
Do you know I can give you the date?
Okay.
November 30th, 2004.
Oh,
the same. You had Martin Nelson in this.
Yeah.
Same gig.
Oh really?
Exact same gig. We did the Buff Club in Glasgow. Here's what I can tell you. Right, I am happy to report that maybe it's a little vicious, but the 1, 2, 3 acts that were on before me died in their hole.
That's always
so. I ended up night of the Apollo. Hello, everyone. Oh, this guy knows what he's doing, and I didn't, man. I've watched my first gig back. I think the last time I watched it was like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was like, oh my god, like, it's dreadful.
Was Nelson on before you then, or after?
No, he was on after me.
Yeah, you'd hope so after he just fucking destroyed the bus.
Yeah, that would be, oh fucking hell. Jesus, starting the place up. He used to do, he used to be a zebra ventriloquist puppet guy, and he didn't. He didn't know.
Do props.
I came on, and it was Alan Anderson was actually comparing it.
Oh.
And I remember he spoke to my sister-in-law or something in the front row. Someone was like, "You fucking cow, we just sit in the front row." And then I came, and it was all about celebrity skins. It was really surreal. I was going to be the new Noel Fielding. That was my fucking plan. I was going to be
lucky escape.
Yeah,
like Noel Fielding.
Fair enough. Or Vic and Bob. That was always the kind of shit I liked.
I like Vic and Bob.
Well, even now, man, I've got some proper surreal and silly shit just tucked in amongst it all. And it was all about how these rabbits were going to take... Was it rabbits? No, it wasn't rabbits. Cows. It was cows. Cows were going to take over the world. They were going to buy celebrity skins, and they were going to wear them, and they were going to form a band, and they were going to become massive. And they bought Ted Rogers of a 3-2-1. And that was the concept of my entire set. And then there's like a tromboning joke right at the end, right? Which was that, right? Fucking, like, exactly. but I'll tell you this now, that set lasted, but that went really well, right? On the night, it went really well. It was just a bit silly. Maybe it was the performance, I don't know, which would be my career fucking defined. Okay material, but the performance always carries it through. And then a guy booked me that night to do a gig the following night, and I made every mistake you could make. Like every fucking mistake. Like I was.
You have that thing of just automatically assuming it would be great.
Oh man, no. Maybe but it was the best thing that could happen. Like, but I went, I'm gonna write a whole new set.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna and then I'm gonna go perform it, and I'll remember it, and it'll be fucking amazing. And it was in the Tartan Rose in Paisley. Like, it wasn't a good gig by any stretch of the imagination. Let's make that fucking clear. But then I died on my hoop. But it was like the best thing that could happen. It's like, this is not fucking easy. Because I think sometimes when guys start out and they get all the good gigs, or they have, like, they just do like maybe Red Raws, stand, or they just do New Act nights, and it's just, they convince themselves they're good. And then they get a bad gig, and then they're like, "Oh, it's the audience." No, it's not the audience. You need to start learning how to make that fucking happen.
Because you'll get deluded if you always blame the audience.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. And it was the best thing that could happen to me. It's like, well, this is not fucking easy. Like, next gig, I'm back to sweating it again. Going, oh my god, I need to be fucking incredible, and you're not. That's it, because you've just started. I mean, it would be amazing if we could all fucking do our first 5 minutes, and then the second 5 minutes, just be amazing straight away.
If it was that easy, everyone would do it though.
You don't even know who you are, man. As like a comic, it's funny looking back. You don't even know who you are.
No.
I was like fucking.
What age were you?
28. Well, I just turned 25.
Yeah.
So like, I'm still pretty young and then stretching them out. And it's funny. I always say shit like, "Oh, I wish I'd started stand up younger." No, I don't actually, because I don't think I would have been right for it. Yeah, or I wouldn't have really wanted. I mean, I did loads of acting and loads of stuff before I came to stand up. I don't think it would have been right, man. It wouldn't have been much of a life experience. Not that I really talk about my real life. I mean, I'll level with you now. If you come and see me do a set, I am making a lot of it up. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Even I go, "Oh, this happened." It didn't. I make up names of my brothers. I make up names. Like, I will literally give very little of the real life away.
So you're a liar, is what you're trying to tell me.
I'm a liar for money, sir.
Oh, that's as long as you're getting money out of it. You're basically a politician, so
I will. But I think I like fogging it, so you don't really know. Is this?
I like that. That's a good.
Is this real? Is this real? It's like, yeah.
We're laughing. We don't care, kind of thing.
Exactly. Like why should you care? Why should you care? I might tell you a true story. I probably will tell you a true story, but I will also straight after it have something that's utter bullshit. Yeah. Because I thought you'd laugh at it.
When did you take that sort of skill and start comparing more? Do you remember?
Well, I think it's funny because it was actually I really resisted comparing, and I think you should. Straight away, like, there's so many acts. Like, I remember seeing quite a few acts that would literally go, "Oh man, I've been doing this 6 months. Oh, but I'm a compere now. I just compere," and they do shit like they convince themselves, "Oh, because you get more time on stage."
Yeah.
And it's so I can try out loads of new jokes. It's like, no, like I think I gigged for like nearly a year, just trying to get better. Just trying to get more comfortable on stage, and then realistically it's comparing and improvisation that kind of helps you do that.
Yeah.
Although it's not for everyone. I think there's some people out there that are fucking atrocious compares, and I think there are some compares that think they're good compares, but they're shite compares. I won't mention their names, but they know who they are.
You find with if people compare too much, they don't have an act, and when they have to do like 20 minutes, they panic.
Which I don't get. Like, I compare a decent amount, but I probably say like, it's probably like 60-40 these days, because I get booked as an act, and then I do well as an act, and people will go, "Fuck, this guy's got an act." I mean, yeah, like, I write fucking shit to do. But you're right, there are some people that's like, they just compare, that's it. Like guys like, look at guys like Joe Heenan, who's fucking incredible anywhere in a lineup.
Yeah.
And he probably does a lot of comparing, but he can fucking headline any room in the country. He's just fucking amazing. And I'm not saying that because he's a mate, but I think there are some people, it's like, it's just skill sets, man. Some people can compare. I think if you're a good enough comic, you should be able to adapt to both.
Yeah.
But you'll also be able to recognise
where your strengths are.
It's like if someone, all right, we're going to get you to compare Red Raw in Glasgow. Right, we also need someone to sort of compare Rockness or Tea in the Park in front of 5,000 people. You're probably not the best, but there's probably someone that's better at that than you.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the problem with like comedians and their fucking egos as well. Like, they do go, "How do you get that again? Can I see you on doing that?"
I get booked for that, yeah.
Yeah, why not? I get booked for that. Well, there'll be a reason.
Yeah.
There will be a reason. It's just not because they didn't know you were there.
Yeah.
Sitting in some fucking fog or what have you. It's no. There's always a reason for these things. And I think the best piece of advice ever is one Terry Alderton gave, and that's the best thing you can do as a comedian is get over yourself. Just get over yourself, man. Like in life, just get over it. Yeah, because it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's all bullshit. Be motivated, man. Keep moving forward. Like, I don't get guys, and this isn't boasting or anything like that, but I mean, I've been doing this like 11 years, and I've got to do some fucking amazing shit. in that 11 years, the guys that have been going twice as long haven't got to do. And there are guys that have been going a quarter of the amount of the time that I've been going that have got to do more.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, just keep moving forward. Just keep setting yourself new goals and new challenges. And as soon as you're not doing that, stop. That would be it. If I genuinely did not care about going on stage or doing some new stuff or new project, hell, we were all talking about podcasts and networks and all that just before we started. If you're not doing that, man, if you're not trying to be creative, just don't do it. If I wasn't a comedian, I'd be doing something else within the creative industry.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been spoilt now. I've been spoiled. I couldn't go back to a day job. I could not go back to a day job.
You don't want to.
No, exactly. But I could go back to facilitating something creative. Like, I could be motivated to do that. Like, I'm going to make the fucking Glasgow Arts Festival happen, right? We need somebody to be the runabout guy that does that. There's not really a 9 to 5. I could be that guy.
Yeah.
But sadly, however, the draw of the stage, the siren on the rocks sings towards me, and I'm just in that fucking crash course boat. So.
I was thinking the other day, the only way I would like to give up stand-up is if I'm brought back reluctantly, like dramatically, like on cliffhanger. Like, Martin, we need you. I'm like, I don't do that no more.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. We were actually talking about, like, what would you do if you won the lottery? It's like, people say, would you keep going? I went, I very much doubt that. Like, I don't think you'd ever see me again. But then I'd miss it.
Yeah.
I'd miss it, you know? But you couldn't keep it quiet. Like, you just have to give it up. And, like, that would just be such a big part of your life that you would lose. Like, you know, I do get to do all these other cool things. Like, I get to, you know, I get to be involved with ICW. I get to do, you know, improv and comedy and writing for kids TV, and it all kind of feeds into one another, you know. But it all comes back to comedy.
Yeah.
It all comes back to comedy. So it's like, fuck, I don't know. It'd be horrible. Like, I'd want to stay working for ICW. If I won the lottery, I'm just like, guys, you don't really need to worry about the...
If you win the lottery and you need someone to give it to, I mean, myself and Martin, you know, we're right
Please
here.
consider us.
Yeah.
I would just do that. Guys, we'll form a team.
Yeah.
We'll form a team.
We'll go out and throw money at people.
Yeah, I actually, I legit, I think I said, like, you'd probably never see me again. Like, I would just fucking disappear. But I would disappear for 6 months, and then I'd end up reappearing going, I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
I couldn't take not having anything to do.
And £1 million doesn't last as long as you think.
Oh, I reckon 22 million. Like, the number I've got in my head is 22, 14 or 22, because I could live off, I'd worked it all out one night. It's like, I reckon I could live off the interest the rest of my life, and I could make a couple of wise investments.
Interest on $1 million's like $5,000 a week.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Live off
I
that.
could live off of that.
I don't know, and it's brutal because, like, my wife was going, oh, we'll give money to such and such. No. I'll buy them a house.
I wouldn't tell anyone I'd won
Pay
the
off their
lottery.
mortgage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll pay off their mortgage and I'll buy their house. All right, you're going to give them the house? No.
Oh, Jesus.
Because that's my house.
Yeah.
That's my investment.
Yeah.
For my kids, and then like, well, what were you going to say, sweetheart? It's, you know,
Imagine someone you like, but you didn't really, so you just bought their work just so you could be their manager.
Yeah, I think I would, if I was ever going to do something, it'd be like that, like, like her mum and dad are like, no, getting up there in years. I'll buy your house for you, and that's what you get.
That's your whack.
Oh, right. You mean I can't get money for it? Nope. You've got a house that's worth 150 grand. You can fucking sell that if you want.
Yeah.
It's your business. I'll buy it off you for 100.
Would you announce it on Facebook, make a big thing? I wouldn't.
No. I'd pay, you know, I didn't know about this, but you can pay, like, is it like 10% of your winnings to remain anonymous?
Oh, really?
I don't think you have to pay.
I thought you had just got to choose whether to be anonymous.
You don't have to pay.
Oh, I thought, somebody told me that. Because I would do that.
Yeah.
Like, just for the begging letters. And this is a guy that cheerfully does stuff for charity as patrons for, but I couldn't take the begging letters.
Oh.
I'd be like, I'd end up having to move to another country.
Yeah.
I'm out here, fuck off.
If you don't tell anyone though, and it's a family doing, you turn up in a gold-plated Ferrari, that would be quite good, just to freak everyone out.
I wouldn't want to waste money on a gold plate. I'd want it like the biggest, most impressive, pimped out fucking SUV, like a fucking tank and all that type of shit. Like, you know, fucking
You get so much money.
Johnny Cab from Total Recall on the front and shit like that. I want all that. Like, I don't have to do anything. Take me where I want, Johnny, and that'll be it.
I don't know if we've
And then
got
be
that
Benny
technology.
fucking changing me. Benny's the name.
Oh, Benny. Oh,
Fuck
third
that.
darn mutant guy. Sorry.
How big are the is it arenas now? The wrestling happens in.
Do you know, it's like here's the thing, right? This is what I was trying to get to originally. See the parallels between comedy and wrestling. They are fucking terrifying. Here's a couple for you, right? And difference between wrestlers and comedians, you get